Your Excellency, the President of our dear nation, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Chairman of Council, to save time, may I kindly ask that I stand on the protocol established by my Council Chairman. I see the room filled, and my heart is full of joy that because of myself and my registrar, you were here from far and near to support us. We are sincerely grateful to all of you for coming, and we can only say that God bless you, and as you go back, may the good Lord take you to your various destinations safely. We are very, very glad that you could make it. For those watching us online, we are very grateful that you can make time to watch us or watch the program. We thank you for making time. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. That is from Jeremiah, the first part, chapter 1, verse 5. I thank the Almighty God for setting me apart for this great honor of leading the University of Health and Allied Sciences, UHAS, the great giant rising, and for making it possible for me to be a motivation to many. I thank the search party chaired by His Lordship Justice Professor Emmanuel Niashikote and the University Council for finding me worthy for this noble responsibility. As a third Vice Chancellor of this university, I do not take this enormous trust for granted. Getting this far has been a journey of grace, mercy, and favor. From a very humble beginning and going through many challenges and phases of life, the Lord has been faithful. I thank all my mentors and mentees, both known and unknown, for helping me through the journey thus far. I pay tribute to my late parents, Mr. Peter Aziato and Madam Hannah Ageklu, who I believe are happy in their graves for sending me to school in the village those days. Those days, it was stereotypical for women not to go to school, but my father sent all his children to school, and I thank him for that. I also appreciate my godfather, Togbi Nyakali, Togbi the seventh, who is here with his entourage, representing Togbi Fiti, who could not make it because of an equally important assignment. I thank you for taking me in as a daughter and for all the support you have given me since I knew you. My sincere thanks also go to Her Excellency Hajia Samira Bawumia for appointing me to serve on her NGO and also celebrate me always on all her social media handles. To my staff, my domestic staff, and all colleagues, I say thank you. And also, I have been very, 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 very fortunate to have a pillar, a support, a friend, and everything else of a husband, Zangurana Ibrahim. Chief has been a backbone to me, counseling me, helping me to hold the brake. When I'm flying, I like to fly, and he helps me to hold the brake as much as I can. I'm sincerely grateful. And to my almost neglected children, Manzaya Mpini and Suguru, thank you very much for tolerating my absences and all the things that we have navigated all these years. Indeed, to all who contributed to my narrative these years, I sincerely appreciate all of you. To my nursing fraternity, I couldn't have come this far without you. You have provided me the platform to grow. You have provided me the platform to challenge myself, and I am grateful for all the nuggets of wisdom over the years. Is this appointment unique at all? My appointment is worth celebrating for the alumni of Ghana Senior High School, Koforidua, Nursing and Midwifery Training College, Kolebu, Ekwafu Hall of the University of Ghana, women academics from the Volta region, and most especially the Nursing and Midwifery fraternity for being the first nurse Vice Chancellor in all these terrains that I have mentioned. In the introduction by the registrar, within the nursing environment, this is the first in the whole of West Africa and the second in Africa that a nurse has been given this honor. Adding to the female leaders in academia, I acknowledge the first female Vice Chancellor of the University of Cape Coast, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman. She promised to be here, and I'm sure she's here somewhere. Oh, Mommy, I'm so grateful. Thank you for teaching me the way, and I promise to do my best. Thank you very much. I acknowledge the first female Vice Chancellor of UNER, Professor A.C. Ewa, who was a foundation Vice Chancellor for University of Energy and Natural Resources. And to my two sisters, Professor Rita Dixon and Professor Nana Aba Ampia Amfo, who couldn't be here of council meetings in their various universities, I salute you. With your support and guidance, I have every confidence that I will succeed. I can't say that my appointment has made the fingers complete, and our hand can now function to its full capacity. Together, we can. Two very astute nursing and midwifery leaders within the African space have inspired me for this new role. The first nurse midwife VC in Africa is Professor Adres Malata in Malawi, and the university is University of Science and Technology, and Professor Hester Klopper, who is a Pro-Vice Chancellor of Stellenbosch University in South Africa. These two women have been a pillar also for me. It is a period of celebration for the Aziator and Yakubu families and the entire Mamprogu fraternity who have accepted me more than 20 years ago. And they have unflinchingly supported me in all my endeavors. To all my people who came from very, very far away, thank you for coming, and I appreciate all of you. I also want to celebrate the appointment of another female registrar, Ms. Ya Amankwa Openu, who is one of the founding personnel of this great university, and yet another female senior architect, Ruth Holadem Aite, as the Director of Works and Fiscal Development. I am also glad that Mr. Patrick De Souza, an experienced ICT director, has been appointed by the council to support our work, and I'm sure that with his experience and his network, we'll be able to turn the situation around at this university. I humbly acknowledge all founding fathers, standing on what our council chair said. I pay tribute to our late President John Silva Tamils, for his vision to set up this university. I acknowledge the founding Vice Chancellor, Professor Fred Newton Benka, who is here. Thank you so much for raising this university from ground zero. And to my predecessor, Professor John. I like the name John because most leaders are Johns. So Owusu Japan for his great work. And I am hopeful that the foundation laid are solid enough for us to fly. The vision of UHAS is to be a preeminent health research educational institution dedicated to community service. It shall realize this vision by taking innovative approaches to research, teaching, and engagement with society, informed by a culture of scholarship, academic, and service excellence. UHAS has certain core values which are very, very important in our work. And this include mutual trust, innovation technology, research, clinical service, practical orientation, and collaboration. So when the prayer was said for the university, I was glad that the man of God prayed for collaborators to come and help us. We also have some ethos which are enshrined in all the activities of the university. And these ethos are only 4. And these are excellence, integrity, innovations, and service and care. And I'm sure that with these ethos and values, we'll be able to work within the health space as much as possible. Therefore, with this background, what is my vision for the university within my first term of 4 years? My vision for the university is to create a dynamic and responsive environment that promotes credible research, quality teaching and learning, vibrant internal processes, active stakeholder engagement grounded by the principles of growth, integrity, fairness, technology, innovation, and service. This is my vision for the university. Now, how do I achieve these with the support of everybody else on board? Your Excellency, Chairman of Council, I will work with others to achieve this vision by working around 8 thematic areas. And these thematic areas are in line with the strategic objectives that our Chairman of Council told us a moment ago. The first one is to promote personal motivation, commitment, and expansion. Yes, indeed, for this year, we have not had any financial clearance. But those that are on the ground, how do we promote and motivate them so they become more committed to our great university? UHAS, being a young university of only 10 years and developing from an empty plate, is at the stage where we need more staff, both teaching and non-teaching, to add to the motivated and committed staff we already have. It is important to ensure recruitment of quality staff who can meet the needs of students and targets of the various units of the university. We will promote staff development and ensure expedited and rigorous processes that promote fairness in all personnel engagement. It is important for our university to be given special consideration for financial clearance. Mr. President, special consideration, because we are at the adolescent stage, and being a parent yourself, you know that from 10 years onwards, your child grows very, very fast. So, Mr. President, please help us achieve this. The second one is to expand cutting-edge research and research income with multidisciplinary team approach and high-impact publications. Although we are a very young university, Mr. President, the recent assessments of research exploits in higher education institutions across the country, UHAS is not doing badly at all. The AD Scientific Index, which is the Alpha Doppler Scientific Index in the World Scientists and University Rankings to 2022 rank UHAS as the third best in Ghana. With this strong footing, we will rejuvenate impactful multidisciplinary research and credible publication across the university. We will focus attention on collaborations locally and internationally for grantsmanship and develop skills of early career faculty through mentorship. We will increase graduate and doctoral programs within the first tenure of my office and enhance publication with our students and alumni. My administration will promote research in all our schools and institutes. We will enhance team and multidisciplinary approaches to grant applications and collaborations. Our efforts will include local universities, institutes, and centers to build and expand on foundations laid by my predecessors. I'm sure when these interventions are pursued, the ranking of this great university will continue to rise. The third, Mr. President, is to create an environment that promotes a high standard teaching and learning systems for knowledge and skills development. The core business of a university is to develop future leaders, and for us at UHAS, our core business is to develop future healthcare personnel and leaders through quality teaching and learning strategies. We will work assiduously to ensure a conducive teaching and learning environment for students, faculty, and staff. Efforts will be made to expand infrastructure, including skills development facilities for our programs. We will encourage the expansion of special and flexible programs to promote lifelong learning across disciplines. An important aspect of our teaching and learning drive will also be virtual, considering our current situation, the effects of COVID-19, and other recent innovations in teaching and learning. We will actively seek funding to support our online teaching and learning platforms. We will revitalize training for faculty, especially newly appointed and early career faculty, on pedagogical strategies that promote critical thinking, innovation, and among others. We will introduce courses that are very, very important, like entrepreneurship, technopreneurship, and artificial intelligence or robotics to meet the current trends in the global space. In addition to that, we'll support our library across campuses to meet the needs of our students and staff. The fourth strategy to meet my vision for the first term is to create an environment that promotes high standard skills through community-based service and technology-driven systems. One of the key features or identifiers of UHAS is a community service that our students undertake, which we call vocational training. All students are placed in different health facilities across the country during the long vacation. This has greatly increased recognition and relevance of our university brand. We will strengthen our community-based service delivery by ensuring high knowledge and skill development of our students. As we grow, we will continue to use innovative ways, including telemedicine and interactive virtual platforms, to reach our clients and students across the country. The safety and welfare of our students and staff will be paramount in this process of vocational training. Thus, we will work with the relevant stakeholders to deliver on our mandates. Modern healthcare delivery incorporates technology, and this is one of my key interest areas, where our administration will promote technology-driven healthcare systems so that we can be at par with the other hospitals or institutions of healthcare across the globe. In this sense, we will lead telemedicine, informatics, artificial intelligence, and robotics, so that the UHAS can have a niche of health technology within the country. Our university will carve a path to lead and to also mentor other universities in the country and within the sub-region. We are confident that technology-driven health systems will be relevant in case of any infectious disease pandemic in the future. Globally, health training institutions have well-resourced clinical facilities that help in training of our students. Hence, our efforts will be geared towards establishment of a world-class medical center that will provide an enabling environment for training quality health professionals. I am aware that some negotiations in this regard have already started. The fifth strategy is to increase internal and external funding, and this is a very, very important strategy with judicious financial usage and risk management. Your Excellency, Chairman of Council, my noble chiefs, queens, ladies and gentlemen, UHAS has been fortunate to receive significant funding and support that has helped us to grow thus far. We are very, very grateful, especially to the Ghana-Chinese government collaborations over the years. And the number of our Chinese partners here signify this collaboration. We are thankful to you for the funding you have provided for the phase 1 and the phase 2. And now we are thankful to you for your support, for the much funding from your government for the phase 2. We are sincerely grateful. That said, because we are at our threshold of growth at the adolescent stage, we will engage in active advocacy and lobbying to explore government and non-governmental sources of funding for the university. Indeed, my chairman already said, Oliver Twist, we are always asking for more. We'll expand on our programs and student numbers as well as our infrastructure as resources become available. Globally, Alumni Support is an important financial contribution to universities. We will engage our students to initiate my seed fund equivalent of just $1 for the graduating class and all alumni and parents who contribute to it in the name of the graduating year group. We'll ensure that the funds accrued will be used to improve teaching and learning resources, and the year group will have the final decision on what the funds will be used for, especially based on the priority need at the time of graduation. This, we believe, will strengthen our young alumni association since we are only 10 years. Our alumni, they are now starting work, we don't have much. So we know that when you start this process, as they grow, they commit to the university. The university will ensure that all donations and all donors are appropriately recognized by our university. To keep our alumni engaged, we will continue to do alumni tracing and engage them regularly as we have a member on council, and we'll ensure that we involve them in our activities moving forward. Healthcare professionals work with other health-related disciplines, such as clinical psychologists, social workers, medical sociologists, healthcare administrators, among others. Thus, Mr. President, we will introduce new programs in the university to generate extra revenue. And these programs, although are not considered as core healthcare professional training, would ensure that we maintain the locus on the healthcare system, such that all our programs will train people to contribute to the growth of healthcare delivery in our country. We will keep our focus only on health and allied sciences. Now, we have the basic school, which is very important for our young faculty with family. After the basic school is a senior high school. And therefore, as resources become available, we will introduce a senior high school component of the basic school, so our students and our faculty will have the peace of mind of educating their students or their children in a quality environment. We also have a resource, or many resources, lands across the region. And here again, I want to appreciate our chiefs for contributing in kind when the university was established. For the lands that we have not used yet, we are promising you that we will use them so that we can generate more funds for the university. It is too early to say we'll use time to farm, to generate money and other activities, but please don't take the lands away from us. We will use them. Thank you very much. So in this regard, we also have a facility in Nungwa, which was donated by Professor Christian A. Botche. And considering the capacity of Trafalgar, it will take a while to expand facilities and to even build a new medical center. And therefore, we would develop this facility to provide some kind of accommodation for our students when we place them in facilities in Accra. And I know that the Rich Hospital has already agreed to help us train our students, especially the medical students, through the efforts of our current dean, Professor Frank Edwin. Thank you very much, Prof, for the initial work that you have done. We'll ensure that the accounts of the university are audited regularly and all MOUs are reviewed by our legal counsel so that our university will stay within the law or the statutes that has been laid down for us. The sixth one, Mr. President, Chairman of Council, ladies and gentlemen, is to create a proactive, collaborative, and technology-driven leadership and governance processes. We'll continue to work in line with established administrative and management systems established, such as the committees and boards, both ad hoc and statutory. Regular meetings will be continuous as laid down, and the policies that have been formulated, we will continue to use them. It's a young university, so there are several other policies that are yet to be developed, and some in the process. We'll ensure that these are completed and new ones are developed to establish credible systems for our university to strive. We would encourage or continue to use both face-to-face, hybrid, and virtual meetings because also we have multiple campuses, and the risk of traveling from hallway to hall can be minimized when we use these systems. We would ensure monitoring and evaluation of all our systems. We already said that our strategic plan is at the midterm. Evaluation was done. We'll review the reports and see whether we can recarve our way forward and maintain the growth of the university. The seventh, and last but not the least, will be coming soon, is our president to create an enabling environment active for internal and external stakeholder engagement and decision-making. Indeed, looking at this room today, is a strong presence of our traditional leaders. And therefore, we will continue to collaborate with all relevant stakeholders to ensure that our universities stay on track. My administration will strengthen collaborations with hospitals and will run continuous professional development programs to enhance the knowledge and skills of healthcare professionals across disciplines. We'll engage our rulers, our politicians, and other stakeholders who we call the friends of the university, and open our doors for new friends to come in so we can work together. The last to achieve my vision is to increase diversity and internationalization in terms of students, staff, and partners. We have already started working with a lot of collaborators. And this is still not enough because it's not cut across all the schools as we wish to. And therefore, we would continue to seek new partners and work with them to ensure that our outcomes goals are all achieved as much as resources become available. There's a need for rigorous search for talent in sports, and those recruited to be motivated to enhance their commitments. My administration will support the Sport Directorate or the Sports School of Sports and Exercise Medicine to develop in this regard. My passion is also to grow the Institute of Traditional Medicine and Alternative Medicine. Our people believe in natural products, and therefore this institute needs a lot of support to establish credible research into our natural products so that our people can benefit from these, our natural resources that we have in the country. So all these that I've said, what is my expectation from my team, my convocation, my staff, students, everybody else? I consider my team to comprise students, faculty, all category of staff. I entreat us all to work together and always put the interests of the university first, not our personal interests. We should all come together as one family and forge ahead to develop the university. Let us be fair to each other and work with the needed integrity and commitment. Let us always remember the core values of our university, which include mutual trust, innovation technology, research, clinical service, practical orientation, and collaboration. When we work with these core values in mind, I'm sure that we would achieve our target and have the required impact within the health space. We should all actively engage and contribute to decision making and also have ownership orientation toward the resources of the university, please. We should own the things that we use. I encourage all to freely voice out any challenges they face for timely intervention. Do not wait until it is too late, please. So, having said this, Your Excellency, Chairman of Council, ladies and gentlemen, what specifically am I requesting? The first one, per my 1 week or so in office trying to engage the community, the things that are needed, that I know there are collaborators and partners here who can come to our aid as a matter of urgency, are computers, printers for officers of staff, HODs. We need software. As we speak, our software, especially Microsoft Office, for instance, we need a license to cover our staff. So this is a passionate appeal to all of us here who can support this university to deliver on its mandate. The second thing is what we call a scanner, and the specific one we are asking for is a DRS-PS 1000 for marking multiple choice questions. We have over 7,000 students. As we speak, we manually mark each student with our hands. And this takes a lot of faculty time and effort. So we are asking that if you are here and you can support us, don't give us the money, just buy the item for us. A chunk of our students are sandwich students. They don't have study leave. So they come to school during the vacation. And because they are working class, especially the women, Some come pregnant, some come with their babies. And we don't have any facility on the ground for them to sit and breastfeed. Those of us who are parents here, you know. We are asking for summer huts. We are asking for summer huts. The director of works gave me an estimate, just about 90,000 Ghana cedi. Then you can just do one for us and brand it for yourself. So, for example, Professor Fred Newton Binka summer hats. We need about 3-4 strategically placed, positioned near the halls, the lecture centers, so the students can be comfortable to breastfeed whilst they study. This is not too difficult to ask. This one I'm not asking Mr. President, I'm asking you. Then we also need tables and chairs in reading rooms in the halls of residence. You know, our programs, health programs, is loaded, is packed. There's no holiday, especially for the medical student, the nursing student, and all the other allied health. They are here, January to December, basically. And so they need to have study areas in their halls of residence. If you can give us 5, you can give us 10, whatever you can give us, please, do give us. And then we also need deep freezers in the halls to help students store their food and beverages. So you see how new, empty our spaces. There's no food. So since I came on the 1st, I've never taken lunch because there's nowhere to eat, okay? So I eat in the morning, take some drink in the afternoon, I go home and go and eat supper. No lunch. So the students are in that same situation. It's difficult to buy, this is not like a huge town. We are kind of a little isolated. So we are asking that you can give us 2 deep freezers or even 1 deep freezer. So 3 people give us deep freezers. I'll be more than happy. So the students can store their food rather than going up and down looking for food and all that. This is just a request to you, not Mr. President. Okay. Now, the most difficult one that will be difficult to individuals to give, but I know corporate bodies can give us, is vehicles. Because of our vocational training, we do a lot of traveling to the field. You can't train a health professionals with theory. You have to do skills. So some pickups, some buses. Please, if you can, help us. Thank you very much. Now, I have to now ask Mr. President directly what I want. The most pressing need, Your Excellency, is financial clearance to bring in some staff. We need to push our lab complex to completion, and we need our Hohoi campus completed. These have been awarded, Mr. President, but it has stalled. And all I ask for is a grace to complete them. It's not too difficult to ask. So that's all I'm asking our Father. That we get some financial clearance, that our lab complex to train skills completed, and our Hawaii campus. In conclusion, I wish to emphasize that we will focus to grow the university. We will focus our activities to look for resources, expand programs as we progress baby steps through the years. The growth will be pursued using innovative ways that are technology-driven. And I know that technology is in the hearts of our current government, so I'm sure they'll give us the needed support. We will seek to train healthcare professionals who have high integrity and approach issues and care ethically with a strong sense of fairness. The high demand for service and care is important. Thus, the students we train will have the necessary practical skills to meet the needs of our populace. It is necessary to expand facilities at the training hospitals to facilitate skills development and comfort of our students. In our anthem is a quote. The anthem was composed by Professor Aziato. Arise, great giants, and shine for health and development. Execute your duties well to make your nation strong. And this is our core mandate. My administration is obliged to build on the foundations laid by our predecessors, and with due diligence, we therefore cannot fail. Thus, I pledge my firm and solemn commitment to discharge my duties as Vice Chancellor of this noble university, UHAS. The task may be hard, but we will get there together. So help me God.